Hey kids, Mr. Flyers here, hope you're well. Out and about today on the Speed 400 that Triumph have loaned me. And Mrs. Flyer is ahead on her trusty Suzuki 125. And today we're off to something I've wanted to go to for ages. It's an annual event. It's the Bike Night at Cassington. Stick around and stay tuned, we'll show you what goes on. Okay folks, welcome back to the channel. And yeah, this is a bit of a late decision for us to go to Cassington. As I say, it's something I've always wanted to go to. It's a massive gathering apparently. Officially it starts at 4 o'clock. We're actually riding at 3:30 at the moment, and it's about an hour or so's ride for us, probably just over an hour actually. So I suspect it'll be well in full throng by the time we get here, because I'm told actually people turn up very early and it is a big deal. So looking forward to that. It was also too good an opportunity for me not to try out the Speed 400 on a longer ride. When I did the first ride review on this bike, I said that I thought it would probably be all day comfortable and perfect if you wanted to go touring. So this is a good excuse for me to ride it for a couple of hours today and just put that to the test. Not only that, it's a great ride as well for Mrs. Flyer, who, as you know, is learning to ride, hence the L plate on her 125 ahead. And this will be one of the longer rides she's done, and it will include us going around the Oxford Ring Road, which is very busy, at knocking off time from work or thereabout. So a great bit of a test ride for her too. So anyway, I won't bore you with the ride there. It's not particularly exciting. I'll catch up with you when we get a little bit closer to Cassington, which is just up north of Oxford. Okay, wind on 35-40 minutes or so, and we're on the southern environs of Oxford. And as you can see, we're on a bit of dual carriageway. We can't go on the motorway, of course, because Mrs. Fry's on a 125 with L plates. But bizarrely, you are allowed on dual carriageways, which have exactly the same speed limit of 70 miles an hour. And Mrs. Fly is flat out on the 125, and I'm doing an indicated, about 68 on the Speed 400. This bike's got quite a bit more to give. You could easily cruise at 80 on this. But on these faster roads, it's pretty good. I mean, it's a naked bike, but I'm in no turbulent airflow whatsoever. In fact, you can almost, it's pretty calm air in front of my face. There's no air, there's no wind there. Whatever they've done at the front of this bike, it does a good job of keeping the turbulence off you, surprisingly so. But it's quite happy to cruise along at these sort of dual carriageway speeds. Right, Cassington is the other side of Oxford, probably about quarter of an hour, 20 minutes away, something like that. See you there. Right, those of you that know this area will recognise this is, I think this is probably the Cowley roundabout, or we're very near Cowley where the Mini is made, on the sort of Oxford Ring Road. And Oxford is very much a city that tries to keep traffic out. There's park and ride and all that sort of thing. So it gets pretty busy around the edges at knocking off time. So excellent practice for Mrs. Flyer, and I have to say she's doing great stuff there in a high vis. Okay, so row forward another 5 minutes. We've made it to Cassington, and as you can see, there are quite a few bikes making their way up. We actually came down this road, and it says road closed towards Cassington, so we thought the road was closed. But it turns out it's only closed to cars. If you're on a bike, you can go there. So that's what we're going to try now. It's very exciting, isn't it? I don't think I've ever been to Cassington anyway, let alone to Bike Night there. So let's see what this is all about. I understand they close roads to the village or town, and you can park basically on the streets, and it's all very exciting. I very rarely go to any bike meets. I don't think Mrs. Fly's ever been to one ever. So this is all new stuff for us really. Let's just hope they got a burger van, because I'm starving. Expecting to see all sorts of bikes up here, including some vintage stuff on the green. I did exchange some WhatsApps with Alan Millyard last night. He's hoping to get here a bit later on. I know he's filming with Henry Cole today, so it's a bit tricky for him to get here after that, but he said he was aiming to, so we may catch up with Alan later. Certainly looks like it brings plenty of trade to the area. Pubs are packed, bearing in mind it's a weekday and it's not even 5 o'clock yet. It's quite something. Mrs. Flyer exclaiming there her mirth at the number of bikes. Blimey, there's a Nikon there. Don't see them very often. Well, they've got this down to a fine art, the parking, by the looks of it. All these marshals. How well organised is this? Right, we'll park up and see what's going on then. Man, I've never seen so many bikes anywhere. This is Crazyville. Alright, so we've successfully made it to Cassington. How did you find the ride?
Yeah, all right actually.
It was good. It was a pretty busy time of day, wasn't it?
It was a busy time of day.
It went all right. And we've parked up, as you saw, in a, I don't know, we're in a school, I think, in a primary school. Yeah. We must be in their playground or something.
Yeah.
And we've already met people that we know, or seem to know us. So, yeah, I'll be interested to see how much we can actually film, but we'll try and take a few shots about just to give you a bit of an idea of what goes on. So, Alan Milliard was right. It seems every corner of this village has been taken up by bikes, including some pretty nice looking ones there. I recognise that one. Oh, Mrs. Fly's off. Well, she found something to buy probably. While we're talking, I'm just going to do some random shots.
Yeah,
keep talking. Carry on. No, you carry on. It's going up there. I'm scanning around. Keep talking. You'll never know.
I'm usually slowing coming forward. Honestly, my wife goes mad because I just go straight and listen to
Hey, what are you like to say?
Well, there's absolutely every single bike you can imagine here. I may struggle getting much video though, because as you can imagine, we get interrupted occasionally. It's a good thing. People come and say hello, and that's absolutely fine. Look at that. What's going on here?
Teddy bear.
Now that is a proper bike, Z900 which it sounds like I know what I'm talking about, but to be fair, I've never seen one before. But it looks incredible, and I assume it's 6-cylinder. Even I can count the pipes. It is a 6-cylinder. Look at that beauty. A lot of ladies riding in. Look, there's at least 5 in a row there, Carol. Hope for you, yeah. You see, keep at it.
Cheeky marmot.
Well, who knew a sleepy Oxfordshire village had all this lot going on once a year? Ooh, like that seat. Smooth. Don't see many victories these days, but the paint job on that one is absolutely cracking. Dan, it's you! Hello. I fancy seeing you here!
What brings you with you?
Carol's quite taken by GS of all things, mainly because it's got this sticker on the back. It's the black country in it!
Yeah, cool.
Because she's basically a Brummie at heart, and that's where the black country is on. Oh, don't look at me like that!
He has absolutely no clue that the Birmingham and the Black Country are not the same place. They don't sound, people from those areas do not sound the same. You'll get lynched.
So we're now following signs to the big bike park, which we don't actually know what that is, but I imagine it's like a big park with bikes in, don't you think? Yes. I think it might be where all those bikes are going down that road are probably all ending up here, so big hopefully there'll be something there. Okay, I think we've made it to the big bike field. Check this out.
What time do you reckon you'll be
Now that is a Daytona. Not sure it's an original paint scheme, but it's a nice looking Daytona nonetheless. Right, so we've had a good old look round at bikes, haven't we, Carol? It's been quite interesting in terms of seeing just the variety of bikes that are out there. We were saying to lots of people that, you know, day to day, you don't see that many bikes on the road, do you, generally?
Not where we live.
No, and well, I just don't think you do generally. Then there's an event like this, and absolutely thousands come out of the woodwork. It's incredible. I mean, it's a constant stream of bikes coming in here. Check out how full this field is now. It's nuts. Anyway, we're going to find a bit of food, and then we're going to have to hit the road. That's the Fat Boy that we borrowed that time. Do you remember? Might be an older version. What a beast. Anyway, we're going to find something healthy to eat, then we're going to have to hit the road again because we've got to be back before dark because we've got dark visors. Or
I turn into a pumpkin.
One of us has.
I turn into a pumpkin.
Anyway, we'll speak to you anon. Alright, so thank you, Cassington. Time is getting on, so we've decided to leave. Mrs. Fly wanted me to lead her out, so she's behind me. We haven't left her, don't worry. Let's see if we can find our way back to the road. Thank you. Sun's starting to dip in the sky. A few bikes are leaving now, but what a great event. Unfortunately, it's quite difficult for me to film at those sort of things. Lots of people about. So I hope I managed to give you a little bit of a flavour of what Cassington is all about. Getting the tracks up. Thank you. There we go. I say it's thinning out, but there's still plenty of people here. How cool is this? What an absolute winner. Well, we'll be back. I bought the t-shirt. Thank you, Cassington. If you're ever in the area at the time that this bike meet is on, do come along. Great fun. Bye. Right, we're going to settle in for our ride home then. Hope that's been of some interest, and I look forward to catching up with you again soon. Until then, this has been the Mr. Flyer. Cheerio.